Let's get into some celebrity sleaze. Leslie Fram.
JFK Jr., have you heard this story about he's looking for a running mate, right? He's got to pick his VP by March 26, or that's when he's going to announce. Talking about maybe Jesse Ventura, which, I can understand, but have you heard the other potential person?
Yeah, and this is not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. Aaron Rodgers.
Come on.
What qualifies Aaron Rodgers?
This dude can't even get through a game in the NFL anymore.
I mean, at least Jesse Ventura was a governor, but Aaron Rodgers? Really? Is he really on the short list?
I think he must want to lose, because talk about a polarizing, voice to attach to yourself.
I actually, when I saw that, I thought maybe it was an SNL skit. But no, it's for real.
Why don't you just pick Beavis? I mean, at that point, you might even do better.
Whew. Some chilling audio. You and I had talked about this briefly yesterday. Keith Morrison opening up about the death of his stepson, Matthew Perry. Wow, it's the latest episode of Hoda's Making Space podcast. Listen to this.
Talk about not beating around the bush.
I know.
Just as your mind starts to fill in words as you listen to him talk, he just keeps going there, and you're like, no, did he just say that?
As he said himself, if I suddenly died, people would be shocked, but not too many people would be surprised. And he was right, I think.
Did it surprise you?
It was the news you never want to get, but you think someday you might.
I mean, it's just, he's saying it so matter-of-factly.
If you don't know, Keith Morrison married Matthew Perry's mom, Suzanne Perry, back in 1981. And he just talked about how this feeling just doesn't go away. It's with you every day. The other thing he said, though, that Matthew was happy in his final days and that he felt like he was beating his addictions. That makes it even sadder.
And weirder.
He didn't get to have his third act, and that's not fair.
I just find it, the way he said that, so, and by the way, is there a voice that's not more recognizable than him?
Yes.
I mean, I'll watch a Dateline like I'm hypnotized with that guy. I mean, he's just so
mesmerizing.
You ever notice he always opens up with the weather? It was a sunny day in Atlanta at the corner of Maple and 7th. Yeah, he always opens with the weather and the location. Good job, Keith.
Here comes another one of those explosive docuseries. Quiet on the Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. Wow. Getting ready to hit the airwaves on Investigation Discovery Sunday. The network centers around their third episode of a reaction to some of the big revelations. This one's about Nickelodeon. They issued a statement following Drake and Josh. If you remember, Drake Bell detailed his sexual assault abuse while he was on the show. Quote, "We are dismayed and saddened to learn of the trauma he has endured." That is from the network. They also confirmed he was a plaintiff in the 2004 case against dialogue coach Brian Peck. Quote, "And we commend and support the strength required of Bell to come forward." That is just, it's shocking, but now there's a whole docuseries on it.
Well, just with the controversy attached, and they've been talking about this for like 2 months. I thought it already happened. That's going to get a lot of eyeballs. And I find it disrespectful, Leslie, that you have refused to mention the Love is Blind reunion show that happened Wednesday night, and we're already on Friday. Just note that I find it disrespectful.
Well, I saw it, and I did something explosive happen?
You like right out the gate?
Well, talk to me. It's celebrity sleaze time.
I mean, every 5 minutes was a new controversy. I'm very serious when I say to you, you're missing out on quality trash TV. But there was one guy who they caught, and I don't know how they had his text messages. I guess they must give up their phones, and probably, like, there's some shows that they have the right to go into your messaging and they somehow access everything.
They do?
And so yeah. We were going to be on my wife and I were going to be on this reality show where they chased you around the country. Forgot, Hunted was what it was called. We got deep into it, and we had to give permission while we were in. They could access our email, our phone, everything. So I think they took a screenshot. This one guy who came on was playing this girl on the side, went on the show, was playing these girls, then went off. And they had him on to the reunion show on Wednesday. And then Nick Lachey brings up on the screen the dude's text between his booty that he was like communicating with before and after.
Oh, there they go, the text messages.
And dude honestly said, "Can I leave?" The contestant. And Nick Lachey, like, they ripped him, and then he goes, "Yeah, go ahead, dude. You can leave." Like, it was the weirdest. I got a spanking from Nick Lachey. And then the guy just walked off the set and was gone.
Haven't people learned about their text messages coming back to haunt them?
Go back and watch it, Leslie. It's at the very beginning. It's serious drama.
Celebrity Sleaze contributor Steve Barnes.
Yeah.
Hey, when you got to go, you got to go. Even if you're an artist on stage in the middle of a live arena show. Yeah, Jason Derulo, in the middle of the song when nature called, he actually asked the crowd to excuse him. They weren't pleased.
Guys, I'm so sorry. But do you mind if I just go use the bathroom real quick?
You find anything weird about that?
No.
Okay, this dude's a big prankster.
Was he pranking?
Jason Derulo. If you go deep into the interwebs, you will find that he was doing a bit.
And so he didn't really
listen to
leave the
what
stage.
So here's what it continues. This is so cheesy and fake, especially if you watch it. Come on, dude. Really? So here it is at the end.
Hold on. Guys, I'm so sorry. But do you mind if I just go use the bathroom real quick?
So he runs off stage. Here's where it continues. He runs back down the stairs, gets a Gatorade cup, and they have water effects. Seriously. Then he takes the Gatorade cup and he starts running back to the stage and sets it on like a ladder or something. And one of his staff turns around when the concert starts and starts to drink it. I mean, that seriously. This is all a stupid bit.
Back to the show.
Do you think he's...
Now watch, listen. So they're yelling, no, because dude's about to drink his pee. Come on.
I actually think that maybe he's trying to revive the show Punk'd.
Well, I want to know how many entertainment places are going to run with this story.
Oh, it's all over. It's all over already.
Brilliant from Jason Derulo to do that, but I bet you a lot of people, I can already see the morning, and Jason Derulo had to go potty.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's coming.
It's coming. We'll have audio of it as well.
So pathetic.
I saw this story. Neil Young's music is back on Spotify. Remember when he pulled all his music on Spotify because of Joe Rogan, addressing the vaccine misinformation on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yeah.
Well, now that Joe has re-signed and now he's everywhere on every other, like Apple, and now he's like, okay, my music's going back on because it's everywhere.
This music thing is out of control with the yanking of the music, and fans can't, depend on where to find anything, and
it's absolutely out of control.
Videos muted, but it's also out of control the way they're taking, abusing artists and the royalties and all that too. So it's all out of control.
This whole photoshopping thing with the royal family, you remember with Kate Middleton?
Yeah.
Now the backlash has gotten so wild, it's causing the guy that took a recent photo of Kate to speak out. I mean, he is backpedaling. Car shots are unpredictable at the best of times. This is from Jim Bennett, the photographer, who took a picture of Prince William and his wife leaving Windsor Castle, and with some reflection on the glass. Like, he's going deep into this because now everybody's freaked out that everything is photoshopped.
It really is already. You just weren't noticing it,
And where is she, Barnes?
It's not that big of a secret. That's the bigger question.
That's the bigger question. This is a crazy story, and it involves Elon Musk.
Of course.
Have you heard this story? Don Lemon, remember, formerly of CNN? Yeah, he won't be bringing his show to X anymore. After all, on Wednesday, he said that Elon Musk has canceled the partnership I had with X. He informed me of his decision hours after an interview I conducted with him on Friday. Yeah, he said, Elon's a little mad at me. So the interview with Musk is slated to debut, actually, on the Don Lemon Show, which was supposed to debut on X. You remember that deal they worked out? He was going to have his own show on X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube. He says the interview will run as planned on YouTube, but the future episodes will be released there. No restrictions in the interview. We had a good conversation. Clearly, he felt differently. Now, replying to a comment on X, Elon Musk said they canceled the show because his approach was basically just CNN, but on social media, which doesn't work, as evidenced by the fact that CNN is dying. Now, this is coming from Elon Musk. Quote, and instead of being the real Don Lemon, it was really just Jeff Zucker talking through Don, so it lacked authenticity. Wow.
Well, he makes a point about the whole CNN. Why would you recreate something that's not doing well? But, dude, Don Lemon just got $24.5 million to walk away. Bro.
From CNN.
I know. Why are you trying to work?
Well, I will say that Elon Musk did not hold back. X is a platform that champions free speech, and we're proud to provide an open environment for diverse voices and perspectives.
This guy's a mess. I mean, the stock's going down with Tesla. Tesla's not the little baby darling anymore. I'm still getting my truck. I hope someday. But he's just, you can't trust him. Yeah, his public value has sunken.
Don't you think it's crazy that this show was supposed to debut on X with an interview with Elon Musk? It's already canceled?
Yeah, bye-bye.
Woo! Let's go to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Paul Rudd was on. His daughter, she's a big Taylor Swift fan, but she's also a Chiefs fan, and she teased Swifties that became Chiefs fans with her little football knowledge.
I love this. How many of them go that direction where they were already a Chiefs fan and then they got the Taylor Swift added on top? It was the other way around.
Really the other way around.
For everyone else. And she's legit.
You know, I see those stories about the dads and their daughters and their interest in watching the games together. And I get all choked up watching it. And I have a daughter. She's into it. My daughter, by the way, is also like my son. And has grown up a Chiefs fanatic. And she loves Taylor Swift. But when that first started, you know, it's like my daughter said, well, I wonder how many of these new Swifties are going to be able to talk about DiCaprio Boodle. I said, none of them, but you can.
DiCaprio Boodle.
What? I know. You remember on the Oscars, Michael Keaton had that big moment, you know, the Batman moment, and he had the look. It was really, really cool. He was on Kimmel teasing that his Beetlejuice character will have a backstory in the sequel.
There is a kind of backstory, which is kind of a surprise for everyone.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It might not be as good as, you know, I mean, it's good. The first one was good. It was apparently for, what's her name? Bobert, or whatever her name was.
Laura Bobert. Yeah, she helped you with some pre-promotion.
Yeah. Apparently she really enjoyed it.
I wasn't a Beetlejuicer. Were you?
No, but there's definitely a following there.
Oh,
you know
huge.
that. Yeah.
Massive. I'm definitely on the small side.
I'm sure you've been following all the celebrities that have been at South by Southwest promoting all their films and stuff, but I didn't realize Selena Gomez was there. She was on a mental health panel at South by, sharing how she had to hit rock bottom because she could work on herself while talking about this.
There was a lot of people that cared about me more than I cared about myself, that really wanted me to do things I wasn't ready for. I had to hit my rock bottom, and I had to do it at my time.
Well, there's a lot of great coffee shops in Austin. I think she should have stopped by before she started giving that speech.
I mean,
let's fuel up.
That's how she talks, though, which is interesting.
I know. Let's fuel up.
Hey, if you're a Bill Maher fan, HBO has renewed Real Time with Bill Maher for 2 more seasons. Did you see the Johnny Depp fail here, the Photoshop fail?
I did, and why? Everyone's now going to be under the Photoshop scrutiny.
Yeah, he wanted to congratulate his buddy, Robert Downey Jr., for winning an Oscar Sunday night, but he used a Photoshopped picture of the two of them together. Got noticed fairly quickly. The real photographer taken, the photograph was taken, I think, in 1988. It was Robert Downey Jr. with his old girlfriend, Sarah Jessica Parker. And so he tried to Photoshop and replace Sarah Jessica Parker with Robert Downey Jr., and it just didn't work, and people on the internet was like, yeah, no. So he deleted it, and then he later shared another real photo of him with Robert Downey Jr. from the Golden Globes in 2011.
Talk about a throwback.
Now, now everybody's like finding, Photoshop fails, actually.
These people are just like us. Everybody, they're just like...
I don't think you have Photoshop fails, though. You're good at it.
No, I don't really Photoshop, like, images of myself, but I'll Photoshop, like, fun things.
Yeah. Here's a great get for SNL. Ryan Gosling. They have tapped former cast member Kristen Wiig, and Ryan Gosling is host. In April, she's going to take the stage April 6th with musical guest Ray. Ryan Gosling, April 13th, with musical guest Chris Stapleton.
Man, that's a coup for them. That could be their biggest show of the year.
Think about that.
With Gosling, He's
Big
on
time.
fire.
Now he's got the Fall Guy coming out with Emily Blunt.
Is that Fall Guy like as in the Fall Guy?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Bro's locking into that genre.
Exactly. Feeling really bad for Wendy Williams now. Have you seen that the IRS is after her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she owes the IRS over $500,000 in unpaid taxes.
Doesn't surprise me after seeing that documentary, to be honest. I mean, it is a sad story, but it doesn't surprise me because her family's mooching off of her big time. Ugh.
Now, there's a lien on her New York City apartment. She reportedly bought it for $4.5 million in 2021.
And that's where they film a big majority of this documentary.
Oh, they do?
And when I heard that was $4.5 million, that just shows you in New York you don't get squat because it looks like.
Was it like 900 square feet?
I mean, it looks like it looks like a townhome with a closet. I mean, it's just really not. It's not extravagant by any means.
Well, there's been no word from Wendy or her team, so
sad.
We'll follow that story. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.